My name is Larry Kesslin. I'm the author of The Joy Molecule, and I would love to be a guest on your show. If you're interested in somebody who is present and able to be there and have an interesting conversation about life and trade stories about why we're here, I am most importantly a father. I have two beautiful children, a 25-year-old daughter named Drew who lives in Denver, and a 24-year-old son named Noah who lives in Houston. Noah will be getting married this year, and he's asked me to officiate his wedding, and that's one of the biggest honors of my life. My book is all about my journey towards joy. I did not grow up with joy. Joy was something that was not present in my house. My parents loved me, and we went through a lot of challenges when I was a young child. And I've learned over time that if I want to find joy, I first need to define it for myself. And then once I define it, I need to figure out how to get there, wherever there is. But at the end of the day, it's all about the journey. It's about enjoying every moment. It's important for us, or at least for me, to know what I am, who I am, and why I am, which is how I define joy in the book. And when we start with a definition, it makes it so much easier for us to attain that feeling. I've talked to lots of people about the concepts of joy and happiness and asked them their definitions. And when people say, "Oh, I'll know it when I feel it," I don't buy that. If we don't define it, we don't understand what it is, and we weren't raised with it, then it's hard to find something that you don't know what it really is. So, starting with the definitions is really critical. I talk about 8 people that I've met on my journey. And the journey that I'm talking about started about 2012. I'm a little bit over 62 years on this planet. And in 2012, I visited Africa. I was in Uganda and Kenya for close to a month. We were bringing computers to rural villages in eastern and northern Uganda. And I met some of the happiest people I've ever met in my entire life. And those people changed my life. When I got back from that trip, I was so confused, trying to figure out what it is that they had that I didn't, and why were they feeling the way they were. And then I went to a conference about 7 weeks later, and it's a conference about social impact. It's called Opportunity Collaboration. And at that conference, I was asked 7 questions that changed my life. And those 3 questions that changed my life. And those 3 questions are: what is poverty? Who gets to define it? And why are we trying to fix it? And when I heard those 3 questions, I was so confused. Did I really witness poverty in Africa, or were those people just impoverished? Because I think in many ways in the United States, we're poor emotionally, spiritually. We are not connected. And I am a human that has been given a gift of human connection. I love meeting people and I love connecting people to others. I have enjoyed being a guest on just about every show I've been on. I love building relationships with the hosts. And I'm looking forward to being a guest on your show if it makes sense. I will be engaging, I'll be alive, I'll be present, I'll tell great stories, and together we can have a conversation that I'm sure your listeners would enjoy. So, I've also been a guest on parenting shows. I've been a guest on shows that are all about business. I happen to be an entrepreneur. I happen to have been on my own for the last 33 years and have built multiple companies. But I'm really interested in humans. In who are we? Why are we here? And what are we really trying to do? So if you're looking for a guest that can have a deep, meaningful conversation, I think I could be a good candidate for your show. Thanks a lot, and I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are.